Have you ever felt alone, even when your loved one was doing something great? Have you ever waited for someone not knowing if they would come back? Do you know what it feels like to carry a secret too big for your heart? Life can be quiet, but inside, storms can grow. If you have ever been someone who waits, who hopes, who loves deeply, this story is for you. Because sometimes, the most unexpected gift comes from the darkest moment. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Emma. Emma was 29 years old. She lived in a small, quiet town. The town had narrow roads, simple houses, and kind people. Everyone knew each other. Life was slow. Life was peaceful. Emma worked as a school teacher. Every morning, she walked to school with a small bag and a gentle smile. She taught young children how to read and write. She loved her job. The children loved her too. But Emma had a dream, a simple dream. She wanted a family. She wanted a home filled with laughter. She wanted to hear a child call her mother. She wanted to sit at dinner with her husband and talk about their day. Her husband's name was Daniel. Daniel was an astronaut. While others in the town worked in farms or shops, Daniel looked at the stars. He was brave. He was strong. He believed in something bigger than himself. And Emma, she believed in him. But belief is not always easy. Because Daniel was often away. He trained in far cities. He traveled to space stations. Sometimes he was gone for months. Sometimes even longer. Emma would stand outside their house at night, looking at the sky. She would whisper softly, "Are you safe?" The stars did not answer. While others in the town built families, Emma waited. While others held their children, Emma held silence. People talked. They always do. Poor Emma, some said. She married a man who belongs to the sky. Others whispered. Emma heard them, but she stayed quiet. Every day, she followed the same routine. Wake up, go to school, teach children, come home, cook dinner, sit alone. She always made 2 plates. One for her and one for Daniel. Even when he was not there, she believed one day he would return. One evening, everything changed. The sky looked strange that night. It was not calm. It was not dark. It was glowing. Emma stood outside her house. The wind was cold. The trees were still. Even the birds were silent. She felt something in her chest, a heavy feeling. Then suddenly, a loud sound broke the silence. A deep, shaking sound. Like the sky was breaking. Emma looked up. A bright light moved across the sky. Fast, too fast. Then, it disappeared behind the forest near the town. Her heart started beating fast. "What was that?" she whispered. The next morning, the whole town was talking. Something fell from the sky. Maybe a satellite. Maybe a meteor. People were scared, but also curious. Emma tried to ignore it. She went to school. She smiled at her students. But her mind was not calm. Something inside her said, this was not normal. That evening, as the sun went down, Emma made a decision. She would go to the forest. She walked slowly. The path was quiet. Her feet touched dry leaves. The air felt cold and heavy. The deeper she went, the quieter it became. Then she saw it. A large object, broken, half buried in the ground. It was not like anything she had seen before. It was not metal like a plane, not rock like a stone. It looked alive. Soft light came from inside it. Emma's hands trembled. Should I go closer? She thought. Her heart said no, but her feet moved forward. Step by step, slowly. Then she heard something. A sound. A soft, weak, crying sound. Emma stopped. Her breath became fast. Is someone there? She called softly. No answer. Only the crying sound again. This time clearer. Emma moved closer to the broken object. There was an opening. Inside it was warm. A strange light filled the space. And then she saw them. 2 small babies, wrapped in a soft glowing cloth. They were not like human babies. Their skin was pale, almost shining. Their eyes, large and deep. But they were crying, just like any baby. Emma's eyes filled with tears. Oh no, she whispered. She looked around. No one. No parents. No signs of life. Only silence, and these 2 tiny beings. Her heart felt heavy, but also warm. They are alone, she said. The babies cried again. Emma stepped closer. Her hands shook. "Who are you?" she whispered. One baby slowly reached out a tiny hand. Emma froze. That small hand touched her finger. And in that moment, something changed inside her. A feeling she had never felt before. Strong, deep, powerful. Love. She didn't understand it, but she felt it. Her mind said, "This is wrong. This is not normal." But her heart said, "They need you." Emma looked at both babies. They were weak. They were scared, just like she had been many nights. Alone, waiting, hoping. She took a deep breath. "I can't leave you here," she said softly. She looked at the sky one more time. Still silent, still distant. Then she made a decision. A decision that would change her life forever. She picked up the first baby, then the second. They stopped crying. The moment they touched her arms, they became calm. Emma felt tears roll down her face. "It's okay. I'm here," she whispered. She wrapped them carefully in her shawl. And slowly, she walked back home. She didn't know what they were. She didn't know where they came from. She didn't know what would happen next. But one thing was clear. Her empty home would not be empty anymore. And far away, beyond the stars, Daniel was looking at Earth. He didn't know that his life was about to change too. Emma did not sleep that night. She sat on her bed, holding the two babies close to her chest. The room was quiet, but her heart was loud. "What are you?" she whispered softly. The babies looked at her with their deep, shining eyes. They did not cry anymore. They only watched her, calmly, like they understood everything. Emma felt both fear and warmth at the same time. She touched their tiny hands. Their skin felt soft, but slightly warm, almost like they carried a small light inside them. "This is not normal," she thought. But then another voice inside her said, "They are just babies." Outside, the wind moved slowly. The night felt long. Emma stood up and walked to the kitchen. She tried to give them milk. At first, she was unsure, but slowly, carefully, she fed them. They drank quietly. No noise. No trouble. Almost too easy. "Strange," Emma whispered. Days passed. Emma did not go to school. She stayed home, caring for the babies. She cleaned them, fed them, held them when they slept. She watched them closely. Something was different. They did not cry like normal babies. They did not move too much. But they looked aware. Very aware. Sometimes they would look at each other without making a sound, as if they were speaking in a way Emma could not hear. One morning, something unexpected happened. Emma was sitting near the window. The sunlight came inside soft and warm. She placed one baby on the bed and the other beside her. Suddenly, the baby on the bed lifted a small hand. A faint glow appeared. Emma froze. The glow moved slowly, like a small wave. Then, the blanket near the baby moved by itself. Emma stood up quickly. What was that?" she said, her voice shaking. The baby looked at her, calm, almost curious. Emma stepped back. Fear filled her chest. "This is not human," she whispered. Her hands started trembling. For a moment, she thought of running, leaving everything behind. But then, the second baby made a soft sound. A gentle, almost sad sound. Emma turned. Their eyes looked at her again. Not with danger, not with anger, but with something else. Trust. Emma's breath slowed. She closed her eyes for a moment. "No," she said softly. "I will not leave you." That evening, there was a knock on her door. Emma's heart jumped. She quickly wrapped the babies in cloth and held them close. "Who is it?" she asked. "It's me, Uncle Ravi," a voice replied. Uncle Ravi was an old man from the town. He lived alone. People said he was wise. Some said he was strange. But Emma trusted him. She opened the door slowly. Uncle Ravi looked at her, then at the bundle in her arms. His eyes became serious. "You found something, didn't you?" he said quietly. Emma's heart stopped. "How do you know?" she asked. Uncle Ravi stepped inside, slowly, calmly. "I saw the sky that night," he said, "and I felt something change. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't leave them," she said, her voice breaking. Uncle Ravi came closer. "May I see them?" he asked gently. Emma hesitated, then slowly opened the cloth. The soft glow filled the room. Uncle Ravi did not look shocked. He only nodded slowly. "Yes," he whispered. "They are not from here." Emma felt fear again. "Are they dangerous?" she asked quickly. Uncle Ravi looked at her deeply. "Tell me, what do you feel when you hold them?" he asked. Emma paused. She looked at the babies. They feel warm, she said. Safe, peaceful. Uncle Ravi smiled slightly. Then they are not dangerous, he said. Emma frowned. But they move things without touching, she said. Uncle Ravi sat down. He reached into his pocket and took out 2 small seeds. He placed them on the table. Emma, he said softly. Every life carries power. Emma listened carefully. These seeds, he continued, look small, simple, quiet. He picked one up. But if you plant them and care for them, they grow. He paused. One can grow into a tree that gives fruit, shade, life. He picked the second seed. And the other, if left alone or treated badly, can grow into something wild, something harmful. Emma's eyes softened. I don't understand, she said. Uncle Ravi looked at the babies. These children are like seeds, he said. They are different, yes. But what they become depends on how they are raised. Emma felt something shift inside her. You mean they can be good? She asked. Uncle Ravi nodded. If you give them love, they will learn love. If you give them fear, they will learn fear.